Welcome to your September forecast. Hello, everybody. It's Dorell from thedancinggoddess.com, your spiritual mentor and intuitive relationship coach. And if you're new to my community, I just want to welcome you. You are in the right place if you are ready to trust and love yourself and feel more confident and connected to your spiritual self, as well as all the relationships in your life. So every month I do these oracle forecasts where I pull oracle cards, share important dates, and also share important relationship advice that's coming through energetically and intuitively. And I encourage you to grab a sheet of paper out, and as the cards are going up, feel free to pause the video, really ask yourself, what could this mean for me, or what stands out in this card for me? Write down any things that I say that really light you up or create an emotional response, because chances are high that that's a message for you. So let's get right into it. September's overarching theme, if I were to give it one word, is precision, right? It's Virgo season, but the word precision indicates that this is a month where you're going to be asked to filter out anything that is weighing you down, that is unnecessary, and that is ineffective. So it may highlight in relationships where you have been compromising where you don't want to. If you are single and trying to meet somebody, it may highlight, certain behaviors that you're just no longer willing to tolerate. Or, right, like on the practical level, certain apps that maybe you're just like, the energy here is dead, even though people tell me I should be on it. Like my intuition is saying to get off for a time, right? Like really listen to what your inner wisdom is telling you on systems and protocols that may need to be revamped, tweaked, or completely dismantled. Okay. And in professional relationships, this means tightening up boundaries, tightening up expectations, agreements, and also timelines, like looking at where your boundaries are too porous or you don't have any at all and you're feeling resentful, or the opposite, where you need to be a little bit more flexible, where something just for whatever reason the container isn't working and you can make tweaks and adjustments. So it's a really good cleanup month. If you have any energy leaks, it is a great month to plug them. I've already started doing this in my own life and in my own, like the businesses that I run. It's like if it is excessive and it's not serving a purpose, or I'm feeling confused, or it's weighing me down in any way, like it's got to go or it's got to be retooled. This goes from everything from what we put into our bodies to how we speak to ourselves, and finally to the relationships that we allow in. If it's always you giving and everybody's taking, then it's a time to reassess those connections. Or vice versa. Where do you need to be a little bit more generous and available, where you've been maybe just taking unintentionally, right? So in terms of dates, and then we'll pull cards, the eclipse, right? I want to point out there's a full moon eclipse in Pisces on September 7th, and this is a big one. So eclipses, especially with full moons, bring endings. I was guided to get this the other day, which is just like a great reminder to me that, we always have the ability to focus and notice where our thoughts and energy are going, like one grain of salt at a time, okay? So as it relates to this eclipse, where do you feel like you are at the end of your rope with a relationship? Maybe you both know it's not working and nobody's saying anything, right? This is an eclipse and a moon that will bring out emotions. It is in Pisces, so it is very, very in tune with the undercurrents, with what's not being said and what needs to be expressed and felt, whether you like it or not, right? It could get really like dramatic, or the opposite. It could be just like really heart centering and like it could bring you closer together, but it's all how much have you been bottling in, or the other person? And can you create a safe space for yourself? And if you're partnered up with the partnership, to calmly, right, be vulnerable with each other and discuss what you need. It's a breakthrough eclipse. Now, because it's a full moon eclipse, right? And it does indicate wrap-ups. There may be some breakups that happen. There may be some breakdowns that happen. And a woman, right? Because, full moons represent like lunar energy, which is women in your life. There may be a friend or a business partner or something, some female in your life, a sibling that gets removed, or like there's some kind of a breakthrough with a female. Okay, when it happens on a solar eclipse, that indicates male energy, but because it's lunar and it's in Pisces, I feel like it's going to be a woman in your life. So just be open, right? Trust. You can't stop an eclipse. So what needs to end will end. What needs to be unearthed will be unearthed, and it's going to be for everybody's highest and greatest good anyway, even if there's temporary upsets or just like discomfort. So, great things to do on the full moon eclipse. Really, really good to take Epsom sea salt baths. I always recommend to my private clients mix about a cup and a half of Epsom salt or sea salt with a cup and a half of baking soda. Light some candles, and you can always make a list of everything that you're ready to release and just let yourself soak for about 20 to 30 minutes and just let that energy go. Let it drain. Take a warm shower, right? This is something that I do all the time on full moons, but because it's an eclipse, it's especially powerful, right, to do any kind of release work. And because it's in a water sign, right, the more that you can bring in the element of water and emotions and welcome all emotions without fighting yourself or the emotions, right, some really, really juicy insights can come. So highly recommend doing that. And the other date I have for you is the fall equinox. So we are officially changing seasons. For those of you in the US, we're going into fall September 21st. It's also a new moon in Virgo. So again, like double Virgo energy. We're already in Virgo season astrologically, but then we get to this new moon September 21st, and this is a time where you can like see all the fruits of your release work, right? This is a week towards the end that you can see, wow, I'm so glad I let that go, or I'm so glad that I cleaned up that closet because look at all these beautiful things that came in. Or, wow, I cleaned up my finances and like I feel so good about the systems and the automation I put in place, right? Like whatever area felt like it was just scattered and consuming you, you get to see tangible results if you've been doing the work and listening to yourself by the third week. So to complement all of those dates, I did pull some cards, and we have quite a long month, right? September feels like a longer month, kind of like August. So the first week, the eclipse week, we have growth spurt, grow as you go. So this is honoring any healing energy that's coming up. I'm really drawn to the green here. I'm trying to find a no glare for you guys. But this is about honoring your rhythms and honoring your timing. So there may be something that you're like, God, why is it taking so freaking ever to culminate or to get back to this person or to hear back from this situation? Like, trust the timing, because if it feels slow, it's encouraging you to go back to yourself and see, like, is this really what I want? Is there something else I need to say, right? Like, let's fine tune it and be precise. Again, that word precision. As you do that, look at that, you guys. Woo, divine timing. You're exactly where you need to be. So in the second week, once the eclipse, like the high point of it, right, tapers off, in the second week, you can see where the chips fall, so to speak. And like, oh, okay, now it's super freaking clear that I need to do XYZ. And you'll have more information. You can move forward from a more solid place after all of that potential, right? Like emotional upheaval or confusion or breakthrough conversations, right? It's like the second week feels like it's more neutral. And if you can get yourself to that grounded place, make sure you're drinking lots of water. And, as far as relationships, this is a time where you can meet somebody new. This is also a time where you can just feel the warm feelings of feeling more connected and deeply grounded with the people that you love in your life because you had the uncomfortable conversation the week before, kind of thing, right? It's like what when we unearth like secrets and like bottled up energy and we free it, then energy moves where it's supposed to. Okay. And then the third week, we are climbing mountains. So this is the new moon week, which is kind of appropriate, right? Like new moon, new beginnings, reaching a new pinnacle in your life, a new chapter, a new way of being. It's very, very strong spiritual support in this third week. I'm feeling like for those of you that are really into connecting with spirit guides, like I just see like in ancestors, like they can come in stronger through dreams or through everyday conversations if you're open to hearing that. And then the last two cards I got for us are Never Alone and Love Bug. These are great cards. I love both of these. It says, you are always supported and you are worthy of love. So at month's end, right, the universe wants you to know, like, hey, even though you did some hard things, right, we are always with you. You are always backed, and you will always be, rewarded when you follow the truth of your own heart, even if it's uncomfortable for other people. There's like almost like a energetic prize, right? A karmic prize with that. It's like you followed your heart, you did what you thought was right, even if it wasn't perfect. And then this is a reminder that, hey, like you did something, right? Be proud of yourself. Allow yourself to be loved. And you're not loved because of what you do. You're loved because you just are. So that is the forecast, you guys. So in terms of next steps, great month to do Epsom salt, sea salt baths to detox your energy, to have conversations and to clean up any area of your life. Pick one this month to really hone in on. If it's like the decluttering in your house is bothering you, focus there first, right? Or if it's like this relationship issue that's been lingering and nobody wants to talk about it, maybe you have to lead that conversation and open the can of worms and see what happens. If it's money stuff, like where can you clean up how you think about money, right? Like it can come in any area, but the first area that comes to mind, that's where I want you to focus, okay? I love you. I would love to hear your intentions. This community is magical. If you would like more, please check out the website at thedancinggoddess.com. Subscribe to the channel. And if you haven't already checked out my latest book, Diary of a Dancing Goddess, How to Stop Playing Small and Have It All, it is now available on Amazon, and you will love it. It is packed full of stories, from my life and others' lives that are really meant to empower you and guide you to the best version of yourself. All right, have a great September, everybody. I will speak to you soon. Love you. Bye.